What's up, everybody? What's going on? This is your man B-Dot here from the TLC Live crew. Let's get into it. Before we get, any further into the show, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to, further your podcast experience. If you haven't heard about Anchor, that's the platform that TLC uses to record their podcast. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain the biggest thing for you. It's free. No money, no nothing. Just make an account, get it up there. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from the phone to the computer, so you don't need any of the fancy podcast equipment to get started. You can go ahead and do that right from your phone, you feel me? Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other podcast platforms around the world. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, so that means you don't have to have a required amount of viewers in order to get your money off of this podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast is all in this one Anchor app. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Again, anchor.fm to get started. You could download the free Anchor app from either your Android store or Google Play store or your Apple store. Again, that's anchor.fm. All right, this is B-Dot signing out.
More like a quarantine stream.
All on the internet, you know cats like to flex.
Never legally download.
Addicted to money, we gotta get paid. I had the blade and V had the aim. That pussy boy just wanna get laid. I see through the game, I do it the same. Just bought a new whip and I'm feeling so lit. You capping, they slotting, don't care who you with. I'm working, you hating, just get you a bag.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is your guy B-Dot here. I'm back with the live crew. I've got another special guest coming in with me tonight, the wonderful Rommi Throne. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself for the people out there listening?
Yes, I'm Rommi Throne. I'm an upcoming artist from Durham, North Carolina. My music is fire, so we're going to go ahead and, but I'm humble with it, though. We can go ahead and get into it. And y'all should follow me at Rommi Throne on Instagram and Facebook.
All right. I appreciate the confidence. I'm already loving it. For those of you that don't know, by the end of this podcast, you're definitely going to know. That is definitely the goal we got out there. We do have a very, very confident artist. You can definitely hear it in her music. Everything that she does is definitely, a fire behind it. So, like you said, go ahead and give her a follow. Take a listen to the music that she's got going on. You definitely got a reward when you tune into her music.
Thank you.
No problem. So you just released the album not too long ago. I definitely listened to it. I was listening to it before you got here, believe it or not.
Okay.
And I've always liked specifically Trials and Tribulations. I saw the video for that. I definitely like that song. And I also like Grind. Grind was a different song as well for me. You could definitely hear like the passion and the work that you put behind that. So what was like your inspiration for that album as a whole? Maybe not just those two.
Excuse my voice too. My voice is like gone, but but I'm still here. But the inspiration for the whole album, I definitely just wanted to inspire people, and I'm really passionate about my music. So I just try to send messages with every song. I try to send a different message. But overall, I just want to be inspirational. I dropped it with really barely any promotion. I mainly just dropped it honestly for the fans that I have right now. So I didn't really care to when I was dropping it, I was like, okay, I don't really care if I blow up from it right now. I'm gonna promote it, but for right now I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it because I know people are listening and I want to be inspirational more than anything.
Right. And to be correct, you are managing yourself as well too, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Right. So everybody listen to that. There are no excuses. She is out here managing herself. She is grinding on her own, doing what she has to do in order to promote this music. So yeah, like I said, no excuses. I definitely been listening to that, so I'm very proud of you for doing that. Because everybody can't do that. But you're doing it very well. Even when it comes to, working and you, like you said, you're managing yourself, so you handle all your shows and everything on your own, right? That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. So, what, led you towards the direction of wanting to manage, by yourself as opposed to having a manager?
Yeah, actually, I worked with one person. I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah, we tried working and it just didn't work out. Honestly, I just feel like he wasn't really doing enough.
Right.
Like he got me like one show, but that was like we were working together for a few months supposedly. So I'm like, I mean, I'm basically still doing everything by myself.
Right.
Yeah, and I've encountered like I've came across a couple people who say they wanted to manage me, and I've tried to like give people chances, but it's like I'm always better off by myself because I feel like. Yeah, until like I meet the right person who's like really serious and really wants to like work with me and works hard like I do, then it's like I might as well just do it myself until then because like it's like every time I come across someone, it's just like I end up wasting my time to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, because it's like they say they want to help me, but it's not. That's just not the case. They just not really doing enough.
Heard. So you got your best interest at heart. So
yeah,
that's wild. Like it's not too many people that can do that, yo. And then even acknowledge, to make that decision. Like, okay, this isn't working out for me. I need to do this on my own. Get it moving. Most people would be discouraged, but it doesn't look like you have a lick of discouragement in you from that.
It just made me go harder. Like, okay, like I gotta really go hard now. Like
I could tell. I could definitely tell. Like the music is definitely speaking for itself. It's crazy. Again, for people that are listening, please go listen to her album. Please go listen to it. Beastmode. Go take a listen. You will not be disappointed. There's man, you got some fire behind you when it comes to that music. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So give us like a backstory as to what got you involved in music.
Well, I started when I'm 22 now. I started when I was 18, but like I've always loved music. Like since I was a little girl, like I always knew I wanted to do something with music. I just didn't know what it was. Like I didn't know if I was gonna be like a singer or like make beats. I just knew like I was like in love with music. Like making music has always just made me feel better. Well, not making it because when I was a kid I didn't make it. I didn't start making it until I was 18.
Right.
But like just music as a whole, like listening to music. Like I used to love Drake. I used to listen to him all the time. I used to be like obsessed with him. Like my Instagram name and Facebook was Drake's Wifey. I had like 10 of his shirts. I was like obsessed. But yeah, I always loved music. So actually how it started, I was like one day I was chilling with my sisters and then we were like, let's write a song and just like see how it goes. So we wrote a song in like 20-30 minutes and then we showed each other and they were like, that's really good. I don't think you just wrote that though. And I was like, no, I just wrote it like right now
off the top of the head.
Yeah. And then they were like, oh, okay, that's real good. And then I showed like a few other people and they were like, that's good. So that just gave me inspiration. And then, yeah, like I also feel like I have a story to tell because I've been through so much.
Right.
So like, I'm like, okay, I can be inspirational with this and like try to like help people through it.
Right. And that's, that's a great thing that you have a positive, message behind the music. Because a lot of artists typically don't tend to do that. They don't really have anything positive to say. It's kind of just like a whole bunch of empty content. It's just, a whole bunch of words put together, which goes back to, like I'm saying, you can hear, the passion and the ethic and the work ethic that you put behind your music. So I feel like most people, I won't say you have to go through anything to make good music, but it definitely helps.
Yeah, I feel like once you become passionate about it, and like with the manager situation, it got me like a little bit discouraged at one point. Like now I'm fine, like it doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
But at one point it was like, dang, like I'm trying all these people and like no one's really taking me serious. So that just made me like more passionate, like in a way, like it encouraged me.
Right.
Like in some of my songs, like I'll talk about how I'm independent and like I did it like by myself and stuff.
Absolutely. I remember that song. That's actually one of the titles for one of your songs on that album as well. So yeah, that was definitely a good song as well. You got, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it throughout the whole podcast. There's a lot of good songs on that album, guys. I really endorse that you go take a listen to it. But take us down a walk through your creative process when it comes to you. From the title of your song to what your content is, like what is that creative process like?
Okay. I usually don't name my songs. Well, actually, I don't name or think about the title or any of my songs until like the whole song is done, and then like I'll listen to it and be like, okay, maybe I should name it this.
Right.
And, but I just try to like sit down. Like when I first started writing, it was kind of hard because I just felt like I didn't have as much confidence then as I do now. But now it's just like I made it fun because like the Trials and Tribulations song, I actually wrote that on my break at work.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I wrote it. I was working at Ruby Tuesdays, and then I was working at Kickback Jacks as well. So, and I was going through a lot too. Like, I had just left my mom's house, and I was staying like with one of my friends. Like, honestly, I was sleeping like on their little sofa. It was like a futon, and I was just like, I was just going through a lot. So I was sleeping there, and I was just struggling to get by. And then I was on break, and I remember I was sitting outside, and I was like about to like cry because I'm like, I'm so stressed out. And then I just played a beat, and I just like the first couple of lines, that was like the first thing that came to my head. And then I just started writing it. And so what I realized from that was like the songs that I make in the least amount of time, and I just are like being natural with and having fun with, are usually like my best songs. Well, are always my best songs. So now it's just like I just sit down and I just like write whatever I feel or just have fun with it.
And then you just piece it together later and work with it. See, that's definitely a good thing to do. Because we just had talked about that when it comes to like the podcasting. You know, everything natural. It's a lot better that way. I typically don't write bullet points. I don't write scripts. I don't even think about questions before the artist gets here or the guest gets here. I try to just make it as natural as possible because I feel like, you know, natural creates the best experience. Yeah, it's way better energy as opposed to it being like robotic.
Exactly.
And that, you know, that even comes down to artists because people can listen to stuff and tell like, okay, this person's reading off their phone or they're reading off of a tablet or whatever it may be. But when it's something that you feel and you're passionate about it, you know, people can tell where that's coming from. They can tell it's coming from, you know, some experiences, whether they be bad or good. And that's definitely a difference, you know, in a lot of artists. It's not too many artists that can master that. You know, you've got the people that are passionate with their work. You've got the storytellers. You've got, of course, the singers, so on and so forth. But they, you know, I feel like they just automatically have to come with passion anyway.
Yeah, because I think singing is a little bit, it's harder. Yeah.
And speaking of singing, is that something that you're interested in, you know, in going down or?
Yeah, definitely. I'm just like working on it right now. I feel like I'm pretty good with the rapping, but like I just need to work on my singing voice a little bit more. So, but it's something I'm working on, and I definitely want to like do a couple R&B songs. And I like being versatile. Like I feel like even with me rapping, I'm pretty versatile. Like I talk about different stuff. So
right. And have you already like worked on any songs with singing in that yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But it's coming soon.
All right. So about your features on your album. I saw two. One is China and then
Vine.
China Vine, and then the other one, of course, is Set It Off.
Yeah.
How was it like working with them?
Yeah, it was him, and then it was Big YBA. He's pretty dope.
Yes,
too.
yes. How could I forget Big YBA? Jesus Christ. What was it like working with those three for that album?
Okay. I think the first person I worked with on that was Set It Off. Yeah. So it was pretty cool to work with him. We shot the video, I sent him the song, and then he sent it back within like a week. Well, actually, no, he didn't send it back. We met up at a studio, and we were originally going to do the video at the studio, but like my cameraman was playing. So yeah, but he was pretty cool about it. He wasn't like bougie, like, no, we gotta do it now. But yeah, he was like, okay, we can just meet up tomorrow and just do it then with my cameraman. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then we met up and we shot the video, and like we did our scene in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
So yeah, we did 2 takes, and that was pretty much it. But he gave me some advice too. He just told me, to keep pushing. He said the song was like really lit, and he really liked the song. But I hit him up for the feature, and then that's how we went from there.
And then boom, it just worked out for you.
Yeah.
And that was just so everybody knows, that was the Grind remix, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So that was, again, a favorite song on that album. That's probably, I didn't hear the remix until I, made it down my way, because I like to start from the top of the album and and go to the bottom. I've always been that type of person. I don't know why.
Too. That's how I am too.
Yeah, I don't know how people can start in the middle of an album
Me
and
too.
then
I try to
skip.
enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like weird. I feel like artists place songs in sequential order for a certain reason. Like there's kind of like levels to the album. And I feel like, if that didn't matter, then there wouldn't be like, a specific layout for them. It cringes. I cringe whenever I see somebody starting like the middle of an album.
Yeah, I'm like, the first song might have been the best song or something. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, and then too, people, tell stories through their music. So,
right.
So
you might be confused.
Right. You're not going to know what's going on. You're going to be in the middle. You're not going to appreciate the song the same way as if you were to start from the beginning and go to the end. And people always thought I'm crazy for thinking like that. But it's like, no, it's like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like any artist would say that. They'd be like, no, start from the top,
right? It's
work
like
your
that
way
for a
to the
reason.
bottom.
Yeah, that's how it was with my album too. Like I put it that way for a reason.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So, you know, I saw it. I saw like the bottom. I was like, nah, I'm gonna go straight to the top and work my way down. And I do that with every artist, because you definitely understand the album a little bit better that way.
Yeah.
There's definitely like a better appreciation for the music. Yeah, so again, people, start from the top of the album, work your way to the bottom. That middle shit is weird. Don't do that.
Yeah,
That's weird. That's weird. And that's not just OCD. That's just like, come on now. It's there for a reason. So as far as like your future endeavors, you know, I know we're in the middle of the pandemic or whatnot right now. But as far as like performances.
I'm sorry. I forgot to talk about Big YBA and China Vine.
Oh, yeah. We got to go back.
Yeah. So after Set It Off, it was, what was it? It was actually Big YBA. It was like the same time. I kind of like got the features from them at the same time, Big YBA and China Vine. But I love China Vine's feature, so shout out to her. I think she definitely did her thing on that song.
Oh yeah, she bodied it.
Yeah, I love her flow and everything. Like she just murdered it. I was like, okay. And then Big YBA. I'm actually a fan of his music, so I listen to his music like all the time. I think he's like really talented. So I'm glad I got the feature from both of them too. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So as far as, you know, like I was saying, I know we're in the middle of, you know, the corona pandemic and so on and so forth. But do you have anywhere that you would like to perform coming up, or anything that's been on your radar as far as performances?
Actually, December 18th, I'm performing. I forgot the exact location, but it's going to be in Raleigh. And then November 28th, I'm probably going to perform. I have a little bit of stuff going on, but most likely I'm going to perform. I believe that one is in Kinston. Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of performers as well. It's going to be like probably at least 20 other performers. And it's going to be a couple other radio stations out there. So
it's going to be like a showcase.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to have to pull up to that one, because I think I'll be here. I do. 28th. I should be here.
Yeah, you should definitely pull up. It's going to be dope.
I definitely will. If you know, if I'm here, I definitely will pull up to it. I believe I'll be in Atlanta the 24th to the 25th, somewhere along those lines. I don't know, but I'll make sure I'm here for that.
But I haven't been doing like as much shows as I was doing like earlier this year. Like in January and February, I was doing like shows like as much as I could. But then with the pandemic, of course, like everything slowed down.
Right.
But just recently, like within the last like 2 months, I've been trying to like get back into it. Like I did one show like a month ago. That was pretty dope. I got like a really good reaction from the audience, so that was pretty dope. But yeah, that's all the shows that I have coming up right now. But definitely, I'm looking into get into more. Absolutely.
I like I said, I'll definitely make sure that I, you know, try to be there for that December, or actually both November and December. Honestly, because I'm big on supporting local artists. Okay. That's been like something that I've always enjoyed to do, especially in like the closest area. And then especially for somebody that I know, of course I'm gonna want to go support. But you know, and that's not just because I know. Like I said, this is because her music is great, guys. I'm looking at you and looking at the camera at the same time, but it's because her music is great. And you know, I really endorse listening to it, only because, you know, there's, like I said, there's things that she's been through that you may not know exactly with the song, but you can tell, and you can kind of put it and copy and paste it to your situation, and then just, you know, proceed as such. What was your? I'll do another question with that. So as far as, you know, we were talking about, you know, the love that you have for your sisters and your family, how big of a part does that play in your music?
Honestly, I think it plays a big part, because first off, they're always like on me, like, when you gonna drop that song? You need to go do a video. Your fans are waiting. Like, they're always on me. So that definitely gives me motivation, because I know like they look up to me. So I'm like, I gotta set an example. I gotta work hard. I can't be out here getting in trouble. Like, I just need to stay focused on what I need to do. But yeah, and then like I talk about them in a few of my songs. Like on the album, it's probably like a couple songs that I say like a few lines about them. Like on the first song, on the first verse of the first song, I say, I've been going in, I ain't never letting up. I got a little sister, so I gotta run it up. So it's like they just give me motivation. So yeah.
That's good that they, you know, they have you, you know, as that pillar to look towards. You know, because. And then you have how many younger ones?
I have 4 little sisters.
4 little ones and then 1 older one?
Yeah, I don't have any brothers.
Oh, man, so that's all girls. Man, jeez, whew, that sound like my dad himself.
Yeah,
Ooh, boy.
it's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
that sounds like my dad. Boy. Man.
But yeah,
Jesus.
but I love them though. Like my first tattoo that I ever got, I got it when I was 17. It says "My Sister's Keeper," and it's right here on my back. It's really big. Like it takes up like a lot of my
The
back.
whole thing.
not the whole thing, but like probably like 30%. Let me think. No, not that much. Not that much. Like 20%. A little bit over 20%. And then it has like a big rose and a lock sign. It hurt like crazy. And it was my first tattoo.
Oh, you got it as the first one?
Yeah, my first one.
Jeez.
And it's my biggest one.
Sheesh.
Right, I was like about to die. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and get it done. Because I love my sisters, so yeah.
Man, I don't know. My first tattoo was on my shoulder. I don't even think I had this many tattoos when you first met me. I don't think. Did I? I don't know. I don't think I did. It's because it was a while.
It was a minute ago.
It had to. Yeah, I think I only had like my shoulder. I know I didn't have my neck or my hand done. I know I didn't. Yeah, I'm way past what I used to have when I first started getting them. I had started with like one, and I said that was it. But you mean?
Yeah,
obviously.
it's just like that's how everyone starts.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna get one, but I have 7, so.
Man,
you got a lot. You're big too.
Yeah, I don't know how many I got. I got a few. I think last time I counted, I was probably at like between 39 and 40, somewhere along those lines. Yeah, I hit like I remember I hit one summer where I was just going like every other
just
week.
Getting them done.
Yeah, like Los was like, "Come on, man! Like you in here every day." I'm like, "Look."
You're right. Go ahead.
Do what you got to do, man. Like it's what I'm here for.
Right.
No, he always would try to entice me to get the tattoos. Like he's been trying to get me to get a face tat for like years.
Oh yeah, I think he told like I got one tattoo from him when I was with my little sister, and then he was telling us like y'all should get a face tat.
Yeah, that's his thing. He's like, you might as well go ahead and touch your face since you're already here. I'm like, what? I came here for a tattoo on my chest. How do you even start talking about my face? But he did the same thing with the neck tattoo. So he was like, look, you done already touched your neck. You might as well go ahead and touch your face. He does. I don't know. Well, I do know why. I remember him telling me like, once you get a face tattoo, there's no turning back. Like that's it. So if you got anything that you want to do that's not in the corporate world, to where you don't, you're required to have no tattoos in that area, then it makes you go a little harder. Like.
Oh, yeah.
And I've heard that from a lot of people. Even like with the with a few of the SoundCloud rappers that got their wave, like the Tekashis
and really do much.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but I'm scared.
I'm
I'm scared. I mean, I got faith in myself, but that's rough.
Yeah,
There's literally no turning back. I was this close to getting a face tat though. Maybe like when was it? I can't remember. I went to Atlanta maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, and I was gonna get one on my sideburn, but the tattoo artist was bullshitting, so I didn't end up getting it. But once I would have got that, I really would have been like, this probably would have happened earlier.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I would have done that, because then I would have known, like, yeah, that's it.
You can't really get it.
Yeah, that's it. There's no coming back. I mean, shit, I'm really pushing it now, honestly, with my neck and my hands alone. There's a lot of corporate places that didn't want anything to do with me because of that.
Oh, wow.
They were like, yeah, we can't condone that. I'm like, that's crazy. A hand tattoo?
Like,
yeah, it is. It is, but unfortunately, that's what comes with like the whole racial situation in the world.
Yeah.
So,
that's all that is. It's not really about the tattoos. It's
right.
Just like judgment. Like you judging me based off of this.
Right. They get nervous, so they see me with tattoos like this. They're like, oh, he must be in some shit.
Right.
I'm like,
he must be a gangster.
Yeah, I'm like, man, like, come on, man. I'm the least of your worries right now. Like, maybe a longer time ago, but now I don't really care about that shit.
Right. It's just tattoos.
Right. It's just tattoos. But however, you could have, a little white person come in with tattoos from their head down to their feet. They're expressing themselves. That's how. That's the difference that they do with that. They're like, oh, he's expressing himself. With me, oh, he's a thug.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Exactly.
It's like, how come I can't be expressing myself? I'm expressing myself with my tattoos, and most of these, got some type of meaning for the most part. I would like to think they do. Actually, all of them do. Not most of them. All of them do. Shit, I just lost my train of thought because I got
Okay.
upset about that shit, low key.
Right.
Damn, I did. As far as like music that's out, you know, we could be locally too. But who all is in like your playlist right now?
My playlist, like I said, I like Big YBA, NBA YoungBoy. I like this one new song by Lil TJ called Losses. Like I can't get that song out of my head. That's my song. And then I don't even listen to him like that. I didn't really listen to him until he dropped that song and then the visual, and I was like, okay, I'm a fan now.
Oh yeah, I love Lil TJ.
Yeah, because he speak facts too. Like he like lyrical. I didn't know he was that lyrical until I heard that song. I was like, okay. But aside from him, let me think. I like Nicki Minaj. I listen to her sometimes. I listen to her more, but she just hasn't dropped anything new. So, and then who else? Kodak Black. I like him. That's just about it, really. I listen to like a lot of people, but those are like the main people. Oh, and the baby. I can't forget about the baby.
Oh yeah, got to have the baby up here. I got his shirt on today.
Oh yeah.
But as far as like artists that you do listen to, which one would you say would be the I wouldn't say the biggest inspiration, but which one is, you know, one that you knew that you kind of could look to help you, you know, find your sound? Because, you know, everybody's looking for their sound specifically. So I know a lot of people pull from here and there. So who was, you know, artists that you look to for that?
I would say, like, when I first started, I used to just listen to the NBA YoungBoy. Like, he was, like, really all I listened to. And I would, like, study his flow and, like, the way he said stuff.
Right.
And I would be like, okay, let me try to, like, say it like how he's saying it, kind of. Like, because I felt like he was pretty passionate about it. And I could, like, hear it in his voice.
Right.
And the way he put his words together. But, yeah, that's, like, when I first started, though, like, over a year ago. But now it's just like I don't really like. I honestly try not to listen to other artists. I mean, not listen to, but like look to them for my sound because I feel like it has to be authentic, and I need to come up with it myself. So I don't try to like let anybody like influence my sound at all.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shit. So, what is what is it like to be a female rapper in this industry? You know, this is I wouldn't say it's a male populated industry because a lot of female rappers are popping up now, and I love to see it. I love it. It is great. You know, that's like one of the biggest things on this show. I have like literally a segment specifically for black women in the segment. Because I feel like, you know, black women don't get enough credit for the achievements that they achieve. Even if it's something behind the scenes. You know, because you know, I've seen it happen too often where men get a lot of the credit for certain things, and then like the woman is just left in the back burner, which is kind of fucked up to me. But you know,
I feel like
it is.
Yeah, the industry takes like males a little bit more serious than females. Like, they just take them more serious, and I feel like it's like a little bit easier for them because I mean, even though it is like a lot of females now, I still feel like it's like majority males.
Yeah.
So, and then it's like, it's been them for a while. Like, it's just now, like, within, like the last few years, more female rappers and artists have been coming up. But before then, I just feel like it was just males. Like, at least on the radio, like, I only heard Nicki Minaj. I didn't really hear anybody else.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. And then, you know, Cardi showed up, and then it was just Cardi and Nicki. And then
now it's like...
Now it's like Mulatto, Cardi, Nicki.
Right.
And then Remy popped back out for a little bit. And somebody just set up here Rhapsody versus everyone else. They like, I forgot about Rhapsody. She's dope too, though. Rhapsody is definitely dope. I could definitely rock with her music, but it is the era of the female rap art. I personally feel that way. You know, because you guys are making moves out here.
Like it's a lot of females grinding for real.
Yeah, like crazy, like and lyrically, like y'all are different. Like y'all are different.
You gotta take over.
Oh yeah, that's
we gotta be better than all the dudes and everything.
Hey, look. I'm here for it. You know, I'll be doing. I'm planning a rap cipher and an underground rap battle. For this segment as well. I think I'm gonna do an all female segment. I'm gonna do an all male segment, and I'm gonna do a mixture. And once I do the mixture, that'll be, you know, it'll probably be like the women versus the men. I'm thinking I want to do that one time, just you know, so people can appreciate the, you know, the talent that we do have in the women, because I feel like, you know, they don't understand.
I would definitely be down for that too.
Yeah, let's trust and believe. I'll have you up there, because a lot of people don't understand just how talented, a lot of women in this industry are. And I feel like, you don't want to necessarily have it where you're putting each other against each other, but it's rap, it's music. It's friendly competition.
Right.
So I feel like with that point, a lot of people would be like, oh, okay, well, maybe there is, some spark behind this. I definitely feel like that'll
give the females like more attention,
Yes, absolutely. Because it's like I said, it's so many now, and it wasn't like that at one point. And it's just crazy to see
noticed. I feel like it was
right. They weren't noticed.
They weren't noticed. Yeah, but now it's like they're getting noticed. So yeah,
they weren't noticed. And then I've seen it's some that have been doing this for a while, but they didn't really necessarily want to pop out because it was just an anomaly for them to be out and be rapping. But now it's great. I love it because
actually I just perfect. Yeah, I got on a feature. I did a feature for someone, and then I mentioned Mulatto in the feature because I like her music. I like her work ethic. I was just like, at the end of the feature, I was just, what did I say? I said, just like Mulatto, I am the new richest. But you gotta like hear the whole verse for it to make sense. I can actually, if you want, I can show you a piece of it.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, gotcha.
Go ahead. Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, I did this with a pretty well-known artist too. I don't know if I should say the name. I'm gonna just play the verse right now.
Oh, it's the unreleased?
Yeah, it's unreleased. But it's gonna be released like pretty soon. I'm trying to do we're gonna do a video for it and all of that. So I'm gonna play like the last like 20 seconds of it. I'm pulling it up right now.
That is fine with me. We're getting snippets here, guys.
Yeah, that exclusive.
You heard it here on the live crew. Exclusives.
It's loading right now.
What's up, Jessica? What's up, Jordan? What's up, my boy Sonny? EJ's up here.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
It's coming, guys. Give us a second. We about to get it right.
Oh, shit. I didn't say his part. But
He trying to get it away from that part.
Yeah, this is my part, though. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely was going hard in that song.
Thank you.
Definitely. I could definitely tell. When is it supposed to be coming?
Like really soon, like within the next few weeks for sure.
Within the next few weeks? Yes, so I'll be looking out for that one. And that you'll have that on iTunes as well?
Yeah, it's actually another artist's song, so he'll have it on his stuff, but I'm gonna post it on my page.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm clicking it. I'll be there. So like I said, your rap style is definitely it's definitely a good one.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he went like real hard on that song too, so I was just trying to match his energy.
Right.
I gotta go like try to match his energy the best way I can.
Right. You don't want to go up there and then somebody energy is up here and then you're like in the middle.
Right,
but I've never really heard a song where your energy has been like subpar. I don't think there is one.
Yeah, I try to like every song like I give it like all I got, like making sure I try to make sure everything is just perfect and just make sure my energy is on point and just like let out.
Yeah, I could tell I could tell you're a perfectionist when it comes to your craft. But that's what it's supposed to be. It lets people know that, you're serious about it. Cause like I said, I'm the same way with a lot of this shit. Like even with this, I will not release a show if it's like something that's fucked up. Like I will not release it. If anything, I'll call somebody back and be like, hey,
we gotta fix it.
Yeah, we gotta fix it. Like even if you just send me audio bits, like there was one show, like I said, when I was recording before we started, I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So, I had to copy and paste sound bits in. So I'm like, yo, hey, I need you to say this real quick and just record it and send it to me. So everything was like, why the hell am I doing this? I was like, look, stop asking questions.
Right.
Just do this so I can get the damn audio done for it. Because he was like, yo, like, what's going on? I said, look, man, it didn't catch something. He said, just release it. I'm like, no, I'm not
yeah,
doing
no,
that.
this gotta be.
I'm not doing that.
I don't have stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
It's got to be all the way or nothing at this point, because I'm not
Exactly.
releasing like no trash. Like, because I
Right, because
mean,
that's your name on the line.
right,
Yeah,
right.
good, right.
You don't know who's listening. You never know what's going on, bro. You never know, who's listening to it, and especially with like podcasting. I mean, because podcasting, you'd be amazed at how many people just sit and listen to podcasts all day.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was something that was like I didn't think it was a thing, honestly, until like 2 years ago. Like, I've been planning this for 2 years. But that was just because I was studying on how to actually do it and get it done.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how it was with my music too.
Right.
Yeah, like I didn't drop a song for like a while. I dropped one song like 2 years ago, but like I said, I've been doing it since I was 18, so that's like 4 years. And I was like, I gotta make sure like I'm really, really good at it.
Right.
Like, really confident about it.
You got to study your craft. People think, it's just a matter of saying I want to do it and then going to go do it.
Yeah, they don't know the backstory.
Yeah, most people don't know what you guys as artists, have to do in order to be, perfect your craft. You really actually have to study. That's not. I mean, some people you don't really have to.
Yeah.
But it's more so you want to.
Right.
You want to better yourself. So those are things that you have to do that most people don't see get done. They just see the product of what you.
Yeah, and they think it's like it was
doing.
Easy, like you just made a song and that's it. Like I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
a lot of people think like that. I'm like, no.
Shit, I do not. I know it's not easy. I am not an artist. I mean, I'm not a rapper. I can tell you that right now. I can't. I can't. I might be able to play you a few things. Shit, I might be maybe, take the little endeavor into the producer world, but after that, I'm flat. Ain't nothing else out of me. But I definitely respect, you all in the rap industry, because you have to consistently release things and consistently come out with new material. And that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I mean, but when it's something that you're passionate about, like you said, it doesn't matter.
Once you get passionate. Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel like at first it was like harder for me because like I wasn't as passionate. I'm just like when I first started, like I was a little bit passionate, but I was more so like, okay, I can get like a lot of money if I can, blow off of this. So that was kind of my mindset at first, to be honest. Right. But then like as I started doing it, it's just like, wow, I really like doing this, and I became passionate.
Right.
So yeah, and then once I became passionate, it was just like, okay, I can write this and like. I can have this song. I can write this song tonight and have it done. Versus like when I first started, I would be like procrastinating so much. Like it would take me weeks, and I would be like, no, I don't know.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, I got it.
Right. And when you're passionate about it, it just like
it's
you said,
fun.
it just works. Yeah. It's fun, and then it doesn't matter. You'll do it just because. Like
just because you feel like doing it.
Right. And I feel like that's when things start, to take a turn for the best. Once you realize, what you're doing is for, and it's no longer just for, personal gain. It's more so because you really enjoy it.
Right.
Because then you'll tend to drop more content. So then, I feel like in the entertainment industry, you can break through. You just have to, be consistent with your content. Exactly. I mean, because especially these days, we're very, very lucky and blessed to have the internet. Because, Lord, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, I would go crazy.
If that's kind of rough. Back then they had it kind of rough because you really had to like.
Yeah, you had to manually go out.
Yeah,
walk around and pass out flyers to everybody.
Yeah, that right there, I don't know. Internet made it so much easier for us, and I appreciate the tool. But because back then, I don't know. I don't think I would have been. Well, no, I can't even say that. I probably would have. I probably would have. I mean, because I'm just doing the equivalent of what they did now, which is the internet. But I've seen you've actually still done like a little bit. You definitely do the groundwork.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I've like my first show, it was January 12th. That was like my first big show. I actually performed 8 songs, so it was January 12th this year. But I made some flyers, and then I was just like passing them out everywhere. We went to like a few malls, me and a couple others, and then like I was at like I was just walking around like around shopping centers and stuff. And I've sold CDs, and I still don't knock that because I've made a lot of money. Like I feel like a lot of people knock that. But like I've made a lot of money. Like I've made like one time I made $150 in 2 hours selling CDs. And I'm like, that's not that bad. And I've made like $80 like selling CDs. Like that's like $80 an hour. That's how I look at it. I'm like, okay, that's not that bad for me to be upcoming. I still have to, pay for everything like video shoots, studio time. I have bills. So I'm like, But it's actually fun. Like, I get to, like, meet new people and then promote myself as well. It's not like, oh, I just need money. I'm selling CDs. It's like, I'm promoting myself. And that's just, like, a plus. And even if I've sold CDs and I've just given them out, like, if they say, oh, I don't, have any money, I'll just give it out. Like, okay, whatever.
Right.
So, yeah.
And, that's one thing that I feel like a lot of people have kind of forgotten about, like networking. Networking is so important. It's when you're trying to push through entertainment, you have to kind of, get out the shell and be willing to talk to people.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You gotta like walk up to people and like really like, hey, this is who I am.
Right. And I mean, cause like you said, you never know who you're talking to.
I've met a few like pretty like important people just by networking.
Yeah, just by networking. Networking is really important. And with me being a Cancer, I'm naturally kind of like that person that's just like, no. Like, I'm not really into it.
Yeah, I wasn't into it either. Like, I would be nervous. Like, my old manager, he's the one that made me, like, pass out flyers. And even then, I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Right.
Because I'm in a mall. Like, I was at South Point Mall walking up to random people. And I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? Like, I don't know what to do. And I'm already, like, I'm still a little bit shy. But then, like, earlier this year, I was, like, really shy. He was like, you need to do it. You need to do it. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, you got to get out the shell.
Right. I was like, okay. And I just passed it on. I'm like, I'm a rapper. I have a show coming up pretty soon. Y'all should come out. And then I started doing it more. And I was like, it's not that hard anymore.
Yep. And it gets easier. I mean, and that's just, with you getting comfortable and then, doing it over and over again and, creating a habit out of it. Because, shit, I can tell you personally, like, maybe like a year ago, I've been wanting to do this for 2 years. Like a year ago, I still wouldn't have probably wanted to do it because like I said, I have moments where I'm open, and then there's moments where I'm just like, I just don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah,
and it's not being rude. It's not me being mean or rude. I just hit that mode where it's just, and there's nothing left.
With that too. Yeah, because that's how I am sometimes too. Is like, no offense to nobody. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but I just need to like clear my head. I need to like alone time.
I will go rogue very quickly. It's like people that'll hit me up. They're like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." Like, what? Why is everybody texting me like I'm dead or something? I'm fine. They're like, "You haven't posted in like a week." I'm like, "A week? That's it?" Like,
that's not long.
Shit, I can go longer. You want to see me go longer? Like it's, and people don't really understand that. I mean, but I feel like people that are like that.
Yeah, like I'm like that too, so that's why I understand it.
Yeah,
But yeah, some people are just like social all the time, and they don't.
I can't do it.
Yeah, me neither.
I can't do it. I cannot be social all the time. There's no way. I just don't understand how people do that. There's gonna be days where I'm just like, yo, I ain't even feeling the day. Like
like for me, that's draining to like always be like social all the time and like be at every party and go all the time. Like, no, I need some time.
It's not me. Now I will like to travel. I will travel.
Oh yeah, I love traveling.
I will travel all day, every day. I will go wherever. But when it comes to like, talking to everybody that's there, like wherever I travel, I'm like, nah.
I'm trying to look at stuff.
Right. I don't want a tour guide. I'll do it on my own. Right. Like I don't need help. I don't want to talk to nobody when I get here except the people I came here with. And then that's it. And then half the time, I'll shut off and, I'll sit in the hotel room while everybody else is going out. And they're like, what are you doing? Like, I just need some time. Like, that's it.
Like, let me get my mind right.
I just need some time. That's it. Just let me, y'all go have fun. No, you need to, no, just go.
Do y'all.
Just go. Like, I don't mind. You can go enjoy yourself. I'm going to enjoy myself here. I'm perfectly fine with my drink, my weed, and myself. Like that's it. And maybe some music. Sometimes not even that. Like I'll be fine with like some sage burning in the background or something, and I'm chilling. I just recently got into like the sage movement.
Yeah, I haven't tried it.
Oh, it's great.
I saw a lady, a girl on my Facebook. She sells it. I forgot her name. I think it's Chanel something, but I was looking into buying it because I haven't tried anything like that. But
I love it. I love it.
Peaceful?
It's very peaceful.
Okay.
Like I have one that I haven't used the whole thing yet, but like every now and then I'll burn it. Especially I sometimes do it before I do shows too, because I just feel like it clears the air.
Energy.
Yeah, it clears it. So I do that. And I feel like that's helped. And it definitely does. It definitely helps. I love using sage. You know, some of them don't smell the best when you burn them.
I was gonna ask.
But however, the therapeutic effects of it are still, there. They're still there. So I definitely recommend saging. A lot of people kind of have like this superstition about sage. You're like, oh, that's witchcraft. No, it's not. It's not witchcraft. Right. I'm not calling on any unnecessary spirits or anything like that. I'm not sitting up here doing mantras and chants with it. I'm just burning it. Like, that's it. And it's, it's for my meditation purposes, because I got into meditation. I tend to do that every morning. That too. Yes, do it. Especially with like manifesting things, doing like daily affirmations, all of that, those things work scarily. They scary work. It's crazy.
Yeah, I heard. Do you know NLE Choppa?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you hear his new song? He was talking about that.
I did not hear the new song. Yeah. I didn't, but I know he's definitely into it.
Yeah. He said it in his song. What was it? It's called Bryson, I think, or Everyone Loves Bryson. That's like the hook. But he was talking about that. He was like affirmations daily. And I was like surprised because I'm like, he was like a gangster rapper. He ain't talk about this. I'm like, okay. So,
it's just no joke. Affirmations are no joke at all. Like I have a book that I write them in. That. I do either like the 3x33 rule, which is you do either like 33 sets of 33, and you write your goal that many times, or you do the 5x55, which is
that's what he said
5
too.
sets. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said he writes like numbers and stuff down like a lot of times.
Yep,
the day.
You do those goals, and it's crazy how fast they work. But it's also a thing to where you kind of not only just do the actual act, but you actually have to, put in the work, but also actually believe in it.
Oh, okay.
When you're writing it, and you have to, hold fast to it and keep moving with it. So I've realized that shit is scary. Not in a bad way. It's just crazy how quick affirmations and things work, but it's because you're putting positive energy in the air. And it makes sense. Like, say for instance, you get out the bed, you walk around the corner, you stump your toe on the corner of the bed or some shit like that, and it's Monday as well. So then you're like, I hate Mondays, and then you're like, fuck, I stumped my toe. Today's gonna be a shitty day.
Yeah.
Everything after that becomes shitty because you put that in the air. So that's that energy that you put out.
Right.
So if there's negative energy, there's also positive. So if you flip that and you say,
positive is gonna be
right, you put in. You put in what you get out, or you get out what you put in, per se. So affirmations, I've learned very quickly that those shits are real. It is no joke.
I haven't tried them, but I try to do that like anyways. But I do want to try them. But I just try to like wake up and like pray a little bit, like thank you God for waking me up, and just try to be positive regardless. And I'll like write notes in my phone, like okay, this is what I need to get done today. Cause like I'm mad forgetful, and I try to do so much, and like I try to do so much, so it's like sometimes I'm just all over the place because I'm trying to do 1,000 things, and it's really just impossible.
It is. It is. So it definitely is. Which is so crazy that you do all of this by yourself. Cause I don't really have that much to do when it comes to this per se, but I will still forget. Like I know personally, I had an interview before you, and I completely forgot. Like I had no clue. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm on the way." I'm like, "For what?" And he was like, "We got an interview today." I said, "Oh shit, you're right." Yeah, so we rescheduled, but I definitely get very forgetful. I mean, because as much as I write shit down, like I got a book and a planner and a phone.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm
still forgetful. I'm like, dang, I forgot to look at my phone.
Yeah, it's like, damn, how do I still forget this? And I wrote it down. I literally write shit down 3 times, there, here, and there, and I still forget shit.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because I get sidetracked too.
Yeah, me too. Like I get easily distracted. It's like my mind is always wondering.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just always thinking about something. But most of the time, it's like I would say like 90% of the time, it's like something positive. Like okay, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do that. And it's like it's very rare that I think about something like negative. But yeah.
Right. I've definitely tried to cancel out as many negative thoughts as possible. I mean, like now that I'm practicing, the whole meditation thing, I realize it's definitely important to do that. I'm gonna continue practicing it. I feel like it's very beneficial. and you know that's one of like the focuses on the
especially, like,
podcast
if
as
you're
well.
like kind of forgetful, I feel like you can ease your mind with
Yeah, it helps because 9 times out of 10, you know, like you said, my mind runs 1,000 miles a minute, so it's like it's never really sleep. Hence I'm always up so late because it takes so long for my mind to just like finally just say, okay, we can relax. But even still, when it does, my mind, when I go to sleep, my mind is still, it's still moving. Like everything that I came up for with this literally happened in my sleep. Even when it came down to, you know, what I was gonna call it, what I was gonna do for it, I woke up at like 3 in the morning.
I do that too.
And I just started writing shit down. And I was like, fuck it. I didn't even know where it was coming from. I woke up after I went back to sleep again and I read through it and it was like something, I was like, there's no way I wrote this. I didn't even remember writing it. Wow. Honestly, I had told my homeboy, like, yo, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but
I think we got something.
Yeah, I was like, I said, I don't even know what the hell happened, but I think we might have something because I didn't write this shit. I don't know, but, you know, that's typically what it was. So my mind just moves consistently. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and for me, like, when I lay down and, like, try to go to sleep, it's like I'll lay down and, like, a few minutes later, I, like, wake up. And, like, my little sisters, like, they, like, sleeping with me sometimes. My 10-year-old little sister, she loves sleeping with me. So she'll tell me that, too. She's like, you always trying to go to sleep, and then you'll wake up and, like, write something down on your phone. Like, why do you always do that?
It's the same thing. It's like that mind is moving. And that's, you know, when you got a creative individual, I feel like that's what it is.
Or, like,
so much.
I'll try to fall asleep. Like, I'll have my eyes closed, and I'm, like, almost asleep, and I'm like something just pops in my brain. I'm like, oh, I didn't write that down.
Yeah, and it kills me because I'm happy for it, but at the same time, I'm just like fuck.
I need to go to sleep.
Can I just go to sleep, please? Like, and it doesn't matter how late it is. Half the time I'm up. Like, I don't have to get up in the morning. Even when I do, there was times where I have to get up at like 5 in the morning, and it'll be like 4, and I still can't go to sleep. Yeah. So then I get to work, and I'm up. I'm just up. You know, for the most part, there's been days I've been up for like 2-3 days straight.
Yeah, me too, honestly. And I'll take like an energy drink. And like when I was living with my mom, that was like one of her big concerns. She'll be like, no, this is not healthy. You need to go to sleep. Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, and actually it's crazy because when I shot the video with Set It Off, I had went to work that morning. And I was up for like 22 hours, like all my little sisters. I was literally up for 22 hours, and then like we shot the video and everything. I was trying to find someone. Honestly, I was trying to find someone to get my shift, but nobody would take my shift. So I was like, I don't want to get in trouble, so let me go ahead and go to work. So, but yeah, I just took an energy drink, and I was like, I still got to get this done. I can't reschedule this.
That's just the mentality that you got, though. You know, you gonna work for what you want, and you know, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that because I can guarantee you there would have been maybe like 80% of people that would be like, you know what, I'm calling out. I'm going to call out even if they tell me I can't call out. I'm going to still call out. Shit, I've had moments like that where I've said, fuck it. I don't even care if they tell me I got to come in. They just won't see me. I'll show them. But, you know, recently I've gotten to that point to where, nah, I can't do that. But I did do that with my part-time because... You know, I was told
some days it's just a little too much. Like, I've called out a few times, but...
Oh, I walked out of the part-time.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I walked out. And that was just a matter of, you know, me deciding, you know, either it's now or never. So, you know, you just got to do it.
Sometimes it's just, like, too much. You got to give yourself a little time to breathe.
Got to give yourself a break. Mental health is so important. It is so important. And, you know, we tend to neglect it in the black community pretty often. But it's highly important, especially in our community because we go through so much as a race, as a culture, you know, whether that be the women or the men. You know.
And I feel like a lot of us come from like families where it's kind of like thrown under the bus. Like, like a lot of people I've talked to, African American people, like we'll have conversations and we'll talk about stuff like we went through as a kid, like having ADHD or just like a mental health issue. And they're like I try to, like someone was telling me they try to tell their parents and they were just like, you'll be okay.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah. And then,
That's exactly what happens. Even when it comes down to some of the, you know, the more sensitive things, they'll be like, oh, man up.
Right. And it's like,
relax.
I really need some help.
Like, yeah. So, you know, those are the things that we deal with as, you know, in this culture, which is, you know, something that I love to highlight on because we tend not to go get help. But I mean, for people listening, I said this on the last podcast, say it on this one. It is okay to go get help professionally. Even if you don't want to do that, speak to a friend, speak to a family member that you trust. Key emphasis on somebody that you trust, because you don't want, somebody going out spreading your troubles. That's not what we want. That doesn't work out. But, seek professional help, seek a family member or a friend, and, get the help that you need for mental health. That is very, very important. I can't stress that enough. When it comes down to, where you see your career progressing, like where do you see yourself within like the next maybe like 5 years or so? I want to go 5.
Within the next 5 years, so I'll be 27. Honestly, I see myself extremely successful and like having like a big mansion and my family well taken care of and having like a couple cars. Honestly, like everything I dreamed of. And it's because like I know for a fact like I'm a hard worker and I'm going to continue to work really hard like up until then. So by then, like I know like I'll be very successful, even if it's not I feel like it definitely will be for my music too, but it probably won't be just completely for my music. Like I want to make smart investments in to like real estate and like other stuff as well.
Right.
So yeah.
Multi-dimensional.
Yeah, and I see myself with like, some being on the radio and like with a few awards and all of that.
Right. So for the young people listening, remember, there's more than just, what you're doing. There's also investment. So when you get your money, invest your money. Don't blow your money away. It's great to enjoy it now. Don't get me wrong. But, you want to make smart investments. So that, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people don't think that way, especially like when it comes to like real estate and so on and so forth. Yeah. That's probably one of the best investments you could ever make.
Right.
Because, it's...
And then money comes and goes so fast. It's like, I just want to be smart with it.
You definitely got to be smart with it. And shit, I'm telling you, real estate, you're definitely on the right track with that. Because that's one of the things that, that never loses value at all. Like, land never loses value.
Right.
The shit's crazy. I definitely want to, go into those endeavors when it comes to investing. I just got into stocks not too long ago.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to get into that too.
I just got into it. It's not like, as bad as I thought it was. I think most people tend to get kind of like shut off by the charts and all that shit. And I was too for the longest, because I had a friend that has been doing this for years, and he was like, you should get into stocks. I'm like, man, nobody got time to sit there and try to figure out what the fuck is going on with all these charts and numbers and arrows and colors and shit.
Yeah, right. That's how I was looking at it.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not doing this shit. But, after I gave it a chance and I actually sat down and looked at it, I was like, oh, this makes sense. Yeah. You just got to really focus on like the trends, and it can't go wrong investing the money, because the money never leaves. Like, you can get the money back. Like, it's not one of those things to where if, the shit goes left and you can't get your money back. Right. Sense. But most of the time you don't. I mean, I remember recently I put, like $10 into Sony, and that flipped into...
Have you done Cash App?
Yeah, the Cash App.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm doing.
I
want to do. I see a lot of people doing that.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. I put like $10 into Sony, and that flipped into like 36.
Really?
So yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
it's and I left it there. I'm not touching it. It's gonna stay there.
10,000. That's like 36,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I definitely did that.
They had a few markets. I was speaking with someone, and he was saying like, the stock was down to buy the share, and he spent a good amount on the share before it went down. And, it flipped back, and they woke up to millions and millions and millions and millions of inflation. So a lot of those people were, getting, potentially thousands of dollars off of their little maybe $300, $400 investment. And the people that put their thousands in was getting, close to maybe 15, 16, 17,000 for putting in $1,000. So, the stock market.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like that. It can be that big.
It can be. I mean, because you never know. You never know what happens with them. The stocks are so, they're unpredictable. Like, people try to predict them, and you can look at trends for the most part, but they're typically unpredictable. Because I know I went to bed, and the thing that scared me with my stock was, granted, it was only like $10, but still, I went to bed, and my stocks was like down. Like everything was down. It was in the
that's
red.
still money. I would be like,
I was like, oh shit. So then I'm thinking like, let me take it out the account. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna take it out. And then Cash App, depending on how late you do it, it'll be like, okay, well, do you want to schedule this, to come out the next morning? I'm like, no, take it out now. Like, give me my money now.
Right, that's how I am too. Like, no matter what it is, I'm like, I'm already cheap to be honest too. Like, I'm real picky with my money. So
yeah, so that kind of scared the shit out of me. So then I was like, fuck, I guess I have no choice but to let the shit sit in here. So I let it sit in there, and then it went back up again. So I was like, okay. We're good. We're good.
Right, okay,
we're good. I said, just don't do that again.
Don't scare me.
Don't do that again. But I definitely, intend on putting a lot more into it. I'm thinking like the stocks might be another little form of residual income, because it's literally like money that's like.
And it's easy too, right?
Yeah,
like,
you don't do shit. You
yeah.
just put the money in and just walk away, like, and just leave it there. Or if you ever need it for like a rainy day, you can. Which is, I mean, who wouldn't? I feel like that's a good way. If for people that have savings, I honestly rather put the savings money in the stocks than anything else. And if shit goes left, of course take it out. But if, for the most part, we typically don't.
And I didn't know you could like take it out. Like,
yeah, you can take it out.
Oh, okay.
Cash App. I know there was a stock that I put in Cash App with Spotify. I put in like $20 in Spotify. I saw the trend go down and I took it out, and they gave me my money within like a few seconds. Like it was deposited back into my Cash App, including like the gain that I got from it. So maybe like it was like a couple cents, but I mean I got it back. So stocks are. I definitely recommend stocks.
Yeah, I'm definitely try that.
I definitely recommend, especially if you looking in to invest in your money.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
that's a good way.
You can't go wrong with it. I recommend for anybody with children, little siblings, whatever, spend the money in a stock. Let that shit sit, so when they get older, like,
they gonna be good.
Yeah, they don't have to do shit really. Like you literally just leave it alone and walk away. And I'm trying to get better with that when it comes to that, because I tend to try to look at them every day, which is you should, but at the same time, I know that makes me nervous.
Yeah. I'll be like, did I make something yet? Did I make something yet?
Yeah, I'm like, damn, why is it moving so slow?
Right,
You're like, look, it's been a day.
Like, what is this? Like,
yeah, I'm the same way. Like, it's been a day. Like, look, I don't care. Show me my money. Let me see. Let me see what's going on with these stocks. Like Tesla was a cheap stock at one point. Like they lowered their stocks during the pandemic. I should have bought some. I should have, because you can get like full shares. They had full shares of Tesla for like $600. Which is crazy, because technically it's worth way more than that. I know my mom's. What can you do with the full share? With the full share, you get the maximum number of stocks available to an individual. So when I put like $20 a share, I'm probably getting like one stock. Okay. And it's just a small percentage of that one stock. It's not an actual full stock per se. Gotcha. But when you're buying them like outright, you're literally buying as much as you possibly could. And your money goes up a little faster when you spend money on a full stock. So if you have the opportunity to do that, you get more back. So if you have opportunity, I definitely recommend doing that. But you don't have to invest like a full share. It's just like
start with what you can.
Right, you start with what you can, and then move up from there. I know my mom used to always tell me, she's like, I should have invested in Trojan, and I never understood what she meant by that for the longest. I'm like, why the fuck would you invest in Trojan? Like, what? And then now I was like, oh, I get it, because like technically they're never losing money, like ever, because they need them. Like it's not. They're not gonna lose money. Same thing with the people that invested in like Walmart at one point when it first came out. I'm sure they're probably rich. Starbucks, I'm sure they're rich. All these companies that first started out, I'm sure they're like filthy rich off of investment with stocks. And it's just a matter of looking for like those other companies. Like I would recommend going like the lower end of the stocks and looking to see their patterns and see how they're moving. Because people tend to want to go for the big companies, of course, like the Walmarts and the McDonald's and shit. But it's so many people in that stock that you're not really getting
as much as you think.
Right. Okay. You're not getting as much as you think, or as much as you should.
Yeah.
But when you go to like smaller stocks, because people don't really, know about them yet, your possible chance for a return is like crazy. You just got to pick the right one. But you never know. It's kind of like playing Russian roulette when you're looking at the smaller companies.
And how long did it take for you to get the $36 from the $10 that you put in?
I had that in there for like a week.
That's not bad at all.
It's not bad for something.
Like a month or...
Yeah, it's not bad for something I didn't have to do anything with. Like I just like literally put it in there and just went about my business. Like I kept doing it. The only reason I knew it hit that is because I went to my Cash App and I was sending somebody some money, but it ended up clicking the stock page. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh wow.
$36.
Yeah, that's not long at all either.
Yeah, it's not. So, I'm hoping it goes up again. I'm probably gonna check it again later tonight. To be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But those things, I definitely recommend stocks. The stocks are crazy. Stocks, and it starts to get fun after a while because then you're seeing like the trends.
You get to see it like go up and stuff.
Yeah, you get to see it go up,
that's cool.
or you get to have a heart attack because it goes down. Either one,
Yeah.
But they're all exciting either way.
See it. Yeah, like you can see what it is. Like
Yep.
you learning from it. I feel like even if it goes down a little bit, you're like okay, it's going up. So I think you just learn a little bit from it.
You got to take those chances. Like if you see it go down, you either got to determine if you're gonna take it out or you're gonna be like, no, we're just gonna thug it out and see what happened.
Yeah.
For the most part, I've thugged it out and I've seen what happened. But like I said, the first time that happened, that wasn't because I wanted to. That's because Cash App made me wait to do anything with it until 9:30 in the morning because all the the stocks were closed. So I had to wait. So I had no choice. But I'm glad it made me wait because it went right back up. I ain't even worried about. I probably would have been hurt if I took that out, and I would have had to put it back in, and then I would have had to start the growth over again. So right now we still
look, everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
Now you got a little come up.
Right, just a little bit, just a little bit. I got a little come up off of it. But eventually I want to get to the point where I start buying like full shares of stocks. I just don't want to necessarily have to sit there for that long. Not at least not until I get to the point where I'm comfortable with doing that, like $500-$600, just to have it sitting somewhere for the time being.
Yeah.
I mean,
eventually, but it's kind of iffy. That's like a lot more than that's a pretty good amount of money. So
yeah, I mean, granted, you're technically still making money off of it.
Well, yeah.
So I guess I could.
And you can't lose money regardless.
Right, you won't lose it. Okay. You won't lose it unless the stocks just like crash. I mean, but now, granted, during the beginning of the pandemic, that's when that happened. That's when shit went bad for the stocks because the world shut down, so everything just kind of just went real bad. So a lot of people did lose money, but I doubt we'll get to that point anytime soon again, because the world obviously shows you they're just gonna keep opening up shit. So it doesn't matter. Hence, the United States is probably like the worst place with coronavirus right now. I think we're beating everybody.
I know Atlanta was really bad.
Yeah, but what's crazy with Atlanta is they are wide the fuck open, no masks.
Oh yeah, I went there like
no requirements, but their
Yeah.
numbers are down again, which
That's
is crazy. Like I don't understand.
No one had masks on. I was like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
everybody-
I can't. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I went to the beach, Myrtle Beach, and it was a club. People had no mask on. I said, yeah, I will not be walking in there. I can't. But it's just weird because Atlanta's wide open and their numbers are not spiking. Like we have worse numbers in Atlanta right now.
I didn't know that.
I think we were like at 130,000. So, I mean,
for the most part, like I see everybody wearing masks and stuff.
Yeah, for the most part, I know when it first came out, before Roy Cooper made it like a mandated order, like nobody was trying to wear masks, which is crazy. It's like, it's my body, it's my mask. Okay, yeah, that is true. But if it's your body and you take such pride in it, why would you walk here with no mask? I mean, because now you're not really proudful of your body anymore because you're allowing yourself to be contaminated. But it's just my 2 cents. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's just crazy to me because a lot of those people say like, "Oh, I care about what goes on with my body." You obviously don't if you're walking out here with no mask. So it's like
I keep a mask on.
I keep masks. I got a mask in the glove box in the car. I got a mask on the gear shaft. I got a mask in the armrest. Everywhere, all of it. I don't play with these people. I don't have time for no coronavirus. Yeah, like I don't have time to catch no coronavirus. I don't have time to have anything going on with my voice. None of that. I need all of that.
I don't got time. And these people just really don't be caring about it. But what's crazy is like I've traveled and I don't have it.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I went to Atlanta. That's the only place I traveled to. Yeah, within the last few months. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was pretty careful when I was out there. Though I just kept my mask on and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people don't really believe that mask thing too. Like you know how Donald Trump was like not wearing a mask. Because I've heard a few people tell me that like that doesn't help. I'm like it does help, and they're like no, it doesn't. It doesn't help.
Oh, it does. It does. It definitely helps. Even though like it is good, to take it off.
That's why Donald Trump
he did catch it. He did catch it. He did. He definitely caught it, and he recommended that we inject Lysol or Clorox. He recommended we inject bleach into ourselves in order to fight the coronavirus.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's man. Donald says a lot of crazy things, yo.
Yeah, he's crazy.
That's why I love watching his speeches. Like people like, why are you watching this man? I'm like, it's not because I care about what he says. It's because he's hilarious.
Yeah, like
Donald Trump is hilarious. He is one of the funniest people on the planet. I don't care. As much as I don't like him, he's hilarious. I give him that.
Funny to watch.
He is. Shit, I saw they showed that Listerine apparently fights coronavirus and kills it in like 30 seconds or some shit like that. So my thing is like, if we knew this, why are we just now finding this out? Because I don't want to fuck with no vaccine. I'm sorry, not a coronavirus vaccine.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think they have. Well, I don't know.
They're working on it. They're trying to do it to where it's mandatory. So like, if you want to go to concerts, you have to have a vaccine. If you want to go if you want to go to work, you gotta have a vaccine.
Yeah, I don't really trust stuff like that.
I'm not doing it because a vaccine is literally a small portion of what the fuck and a small portion of coronavirus. Like, come on, like what?
You get it from the vaccine.
I don't think I want a small portion of coronavirus. Like, I think the last time I had a flu shot was really. My moms didn't give them to me when I was young, but I had to get one when I went to the military. So like they forced me to get it, and I was like sick for like 3 weeks straight.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't like
I've
that
had
shit.
The flu shot, but it never made me sick or anything.
Oh, it made me sick. It made me so sick, and I think it's because I never like took them, so my body didn't know what the fuck to do with it. But I think I would have been fine if I didn't take that vaccine. So, but I had to, and it fucked me up. I was sick for 3 weeks straight. Damn. And it was the worst sick, and it was definitely the worst sick because I'm in basic training, so they don't give a fuck. They like, go ahead and go with what the hell you had planned for the day. We don't care about no cold. At this point, they thought it was a cold. I'm telling them like I got the flu, like I have the fucking flu. I feel like shit. I remember I was like throwing up and shit. I couldn't
did
like.
Did you finish it or did you like stop?
What, basic?
Yeah.
Oh no, I finished. I graduated. Yeah, I graduated from basic training. I stayed in the military for like 4 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that I had to finish it because it was like I'm already here now. I might as well finish it, even though I feel like shit. I might as well keep going through it because I mean that was maybe what I want to say that was like maybe 2-3 months in. So the whole thing was like 6 months total.
Okay. So you was already like that far along.
Yeah, so I was like, shit, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here now. I felt like shit. I was throwing up like every day. Every day. I know I couldn't eat shit. We would do like workouts in the morning. Oh, I would die.
Yeah, you a tough one.
I would die. I was dying every morning. I was coming up with like, I had like the sweats at night. I would have chills in the morning. Shit, it was just bad. And it was crazy.
Yeah,
it's like they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I heard like a lot of people don't graduate from it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't graduate from basic because
I heard a lot of people quit.
They quit. Like yeah, they quit because they push you. They definitely push you, and they pushed me a lot more than they thought they did. Because I'm like, yo, I got the flu. Like, if I'm pushing through the flu, like at this point, I literally did not want to be there anymore. There was one night that I was like, you know what, I'm about to tell this nigga I'm out of here. I can't do it. But then I found out, most people that quit, they still got to stay there until the training's over. They just don't have to do anything. So I was like, I might as well, like, just finish. Because then they stop paying you and everything. So you're just there. Like, you're just wasting your time. Yeah, you're wasting your time and your money there. So it's like you might as well just finish it and get paid. Because you either going to be here or you're going to be here. That's literally the only option. Right, so I'm not doing that. And the thing that sucked about where we were at, though, our barracks was, like, facing the airport. So we would, like, see the planes leave. And we were like, damn, I wish that was us. Yeah. Like, we'd be in the plane, we ready to go. Because we were in Georgia. That's where the training was at. But it was in like the hillbilly town of Georgia. I think it was called Columbus. So it was like nothing there. Like it was literally just the barracks and the base, and that was it.
They made sure they kept y'all like in a place like
Secluded.
that.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I would call people whenever they would give us a chance. Bored as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it kind of made us creative, and it kind of made us enjoy everybody a lot more because we didn't have anything else to do but sit and talk to each other.
Right.
So that was kind of it. But it was definitely some times where I was just like, man, fuck this. I don't know if I want to do this. And it was weird because we have times to, call people on the phone and they're telling us about so much shit. And I'm just like, yo, when did that happen?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's going on? Like, it was crazy.
I wish I was there.
Right. And they'd be like, yo, I know I used to call one of my homeboys just to get him to tell me, like, who was making new music. Like, I'd be like, yo, who did this? Like, who dropped that? Who did this? Like, what's going on with the sports? Who's winning right now? Like, because I didn't know. They literally secluded us from everything.
Yeah, like no TV.
Nothing.
No phone.
Nothing.
Wow.
6 months. Nothing. That's
a lot.
It's damn near a year.
Yeah.
So it was like a lot different, coming out, especially once we finished basic training. I'm like, damn, this is weird. Like, there's no way. That's how I knew. I was like, yeah, the prison's not for me.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's not for me. I can't do it. I can't go. Because this right here, 6 months of not being in the normal world was a lot for me. So I already know, like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, and actually, when I was 16, like, I was in jail for like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
But it was off some like really stupid stuff, to be honest. Like, the police was already at my house, and then my little sister, I was in the shower, and then she was just getting on my nerves. Like, she kept like flushing the toilet, and in the place we stayed at the time,
Want to get hot.
It would get like hot as hell. So when I got out the shower, I was mad. It was like a few days after my 16th birthday. So I threw a charger at her and it hit her in the nose. And then the police saw it. Like, her nose, like, she's always had like easy nosebleeds. Like, her nose bleed easily. So they saw her nose bleed and they were like, what's going on? And she was like, and then she told them that I threw a charger at her. And then they, what they say? They said, that's assault on a child under 12. We have to arrest you. Wow. I'm like, I'm just turning 16. Like, damn.
Wow, I'm a child myself.
Right.
Shit.
They were like, well, we still have to arrest you. So I was in there for like 2 days and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I didn't like jail either. That came from like Waffle House though. That was Waffle House fault. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Waffle House made me another character that I didn't want to be. So I had that situation, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I didn't even want that.
Yeah, I was asleep most of the whole time. I didn't want that food was nasty as shit. I was like, bro, no, this ain't it.
I didn't do shit. I didn't even stay there for like the whole day. I got there and I was like, don't even worry about it. I'm about to call my uncle. We got to get me out of here. I'm not gonna stay here the whole night. I'm sorry. Yeah, another thing coming if you think I'm about to stay in here. I wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place. Really, the situation was like self-defense, but whatever.
Yeah, some people officers, try to make it seem like it's other shit.
Yeah, I mean, I got into a situation with a white person, so that just made it worse. Like, it didn't.
They're like, oh, the white guy.
I literally couldn't say anything. Like, at this point, it was just like, he's there, I'm here.
Right, and then it's like, he got tattoos.
Yeah, that was it for me. Yeah. That was it for me. There was no coming back from that. It was over. Like, as soon as I saw the cop car pull up, I was like, well, here we go. Because I just knew it was going to get bad. There was nothing I was going to be able to say to convince them, like, I was defending myself.
Yeah. And especially where I used to live in Burlington. That's where what happened. Yeah, when I got arrested, it's a lot of racist cops down there. Honestly, it's a lot of racism and shit down there. So they didn't give a fuck. They weren't even trying to hear me out. They was like, no. My mom was literally telling them, don't arrest her. Like, that's her little sister. I mean, stuff happens. Don't arrest her. They were like, no, we're arresting her. So I was like, okay, damn.
Yeah, that's wild. Because me and my peoples.
Yeah,
we
like,
done got into a few. We done got in fist fights before.
Me too. Like, I just fought my older sister, and it's like, nothing. I ain't go to jail. She ain't go to jail.
Yeah, we cool chilling. Again. Shit happened. After this shit was over, went right back to normal. Like,
right, like it ain't even happened.
That's just what it is. So I don't even know. They should have never did that. That was a little extra for real.
Yeah.
They probably was just bored.
Right. They had nothing better to do. They just wanted to mess with me.
They don't. Half the time they don't have anything better to do. Not all of them, but there's some that are just.
Yeah, not all of them. There's some good cops.
Yeah, there's some good ones, but there's a lot of bad ones. I've met a lot of bad ones. I've been encountered by a lot of bad ones. I've probably been handcuffed to like at least, let's see, between here, Atlanta, in New York, I want to say maybe at least 10, 11 times.
Damn.
Somewhere along those lines. And it's like, it shouldn't even have been that way. Like,
Yeah.
they just, like, pull up to the car and they approach me with that energy off rip. Like,
yeah, they already want to arrest you before you even talk.
It's like, damn, you didn't even tell me what you pulled me over for. You already got the cuffs out? Like, damn, like, can I get a break?
Yeah,
Shit.
Can I say, like, can I ask you why you pulled me over?
You didn't read me, no. You didn't tell me shit. I'm just out the car. But I know high school, I spoke about it on my last show. I got like stopped, like getting off the school bus. Like it was a cop that was sitting across from the food line over here. He was sitting in that shopping center, and I got off the school bus and was on my way to walking back home, and he pulled up beside me, cut me off while I was walking, got out the car, pulled his gun out on me, and told me to get down on the ground. I remember that, and
How old were you?
I had to be like, how old was I? This was like my senior year of high school, so I had to be like 17.
Wow.
So it was just like, yo, what the fuck?
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Getting off the school bus.
Getting off the school. I literally just got off the bus, so I know he saw me get off the bus. But like, he's always there because he does like, he does like patrols for Food Line. I guess he's like one of the officers there. It was a matter of me trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. So it wasn't too much of what he said. I was like, yo, like what's going on? Like what's happening?
And he made you get on the ground.
He made me get on the ground. I laid down on the ground. This is in front of like all the traffic that's passing by. So I'm a 17-year-old kid laid down on the ground with a gun pointed at me. And his excuse was there was a lot of break-ins going on at the neighborhood where my bus dropped me off at. I'm like, you saw me get off the bus.
What does that have to do with you?
Like, you saw me get off the bus. Like, I do this every day.
And he saw you, like, before that?
I know he did. He had to. He claims he didn't, but it's bullshit. Because he's there every day. He was there every day. I remember seeing him faithfully. Because his car, he does patrol there in that parking lot. He did, or he was just hoping that he was going to find a reason to
maybe, like, did
fuck
he search
me
your
up.
stuff?
No, he didn't search my stuff. Thankfully.
But still, like, that's just, like, I feel like they try to traumatize us, too. Like, they just want to feel in charge so bad, so they just try to scare us, like, just by doing shit like that. Like,
yeah, the only reason it didn't go left, it really is because, thankfully, to, the other black people in the community that were driving by, most people drove by and, like, kept going, but there was, like, a few people that would stop every now and then, like, yo, you okay? You good? Blah, 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 etc. I'm like, do it look like I'm okay? I'm on the ground with a gun in my head, but, so, most people stopped, but after more people started stopping, he kind of just, like, let the shit go. But it was weird how he did it. Like, he literally just put the shit in his holster and was like, everything's good. Got back in his car and drove off.
what the fuck?
So,
Like, maybe he was planning something else, like to shoot you or something. Like,
I don't know. I don't know what he had planned. I feel like he probably did have that, intention. Like, because, honestly, I feel like whenever you pull a gun, you plan on using it.
Right.
So he might have very well had that intention.
He
I
could
don't
have
know.
pulled out a taser or something like that. Like,
Yeah, cops get that training, man. Like, you literally have training to do everything but use your gun.
Yeah.
Like, your gun is supposed to be your last resort. You have handcuffs, you have a baton, you have taser, you have OC spray.
And you're like a grown man, and you're 17 at the time.
Right,
so
I'm a child.
that's crazy.
I was a child. Like, it's like, what are you doing? And that wasn't the first time I had a gun pulled on me by a police officer before. Even when I went to Rocky Mount when I got older, I had one pull a gun on me. And I was in my car. Like, it's like, dude, like, what am I going to do to you? Like, what? I'm in the car. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so, like I said, I appreciate, you coming through here. You have been wonderful. I appreciate, what you're sharing with your artwork and your passion. Because, people are really taking notice to it. I definitely am. I listen to it on a regular basis, like I said. Just the passion that you put behind your music is unmatched. You can hear it.
It was really nice talking to you too.
Likewise. So go ahead and, give the people your tag information and everything so they can have that one more time.
At at Rommi Throne. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and I just made a Twitter. It's spelled ROMMITHRONE. And I'm on Apple Music and all platforms. I'm dropping more visuals soon, so go ahead and tap in if you're not tapped in yet.
Boom, straight like that. You heard it from herself.
Yeah,
yes, ma'am. So, all right, everybody, you already know what time it is. It's the ending of the live crew. We appreciate it, and the same motto goes for the previous episodes as it does today. For the culture, by the culture. Stay live.
Never legally download.
Addicted to money.